Hello and welcome to Umzansi Esports League by Nodwin Gaming. This is week number 9 and it is day number 2 on that week indeed, where things are about to get heated up, things are about to get moving along indeed with the fast-paced game of FIFA 20. That's about to get started. I'm your host Blotto. Joining me on the analyst desk today, it is Bane.
Thank you so much, Akshay. And today we've got some quite interesting matchup. If you talk about TheBeastBianchi, I mean, last time I saw this lad, he went for a 13-0 victory.
Yes.
And after that, somewhere he's kind of faded out. But UnFaizd, we know how good he is, and that clearly shows in the standings, leading the chart.
Absolutely, all of these players actually have played their 6th game, and as we get along with week number 9 and then the next week in week 10, these players are going to be completing all the 7 games that they're supposed to. With that, UnFaizd is going to be playing his last game today, so is TheBeastBianchi. And of course, from the looks of it, UnFaizd has not been phased off of that top pole position as of now. Will he though? Because I mean, we've seen the beast mode getting activated. It is very much possible.
Yeah, of course. You have to just press the trigger button, and let's hope. These are the ending days
Exactly.
and the final matches, so as to speak. So we do definitely hope that TheBeastBianchi will be definitely putting his best foot forward. But UnFaizd definitely being on top, he knows how to maintain his position. He knows how to go and score the goals. I was just casting the Indian Premiership today,
Right.
and what I really saw was a very different game style.
Right.
In South African region, you have the players relying on those crosses, going in for those air passes. But in Indian, it's quite the opposite, going in for the grounded short passes. But let's see how these two players are gonna play today.
Well, with that, of course, no time to waste. Let's quickly get busy with this match. It is over to our casters, who once again are none other than Snare and Chikte.
Plotter Senior, I really very much appreciate you wearing a plain t-shirt today, not showing up me and Snare like you did yesterday and all the other weeks. No, but memes aside, Snare, I see you already repping the t-shirt. UnFaizd versus Julio TheBeastBianchi, dude. This is a battle of the Titans. Sure, Julio's not doing the best in Umzansi League so far, but man, oh man, when you take top players in SA, Julio is the first name that comes up, right?
Listen, not only is it the first name that comes up, right? He might not have been doing that great, but he's been doing good enough that at this point, if he succeeds in winning this matchup over UnFaizd, remember, this is the last match for either of these guys. So if he wins, he's actually first on the leaderboard because he'll have the victory over UnFaizd and he'll have the exact same point tally as him. So this is going to be good because his goal difference is actually quite low, Julio. So this is not just a matchup between the first actual GG inter-house matchup, but this is also going to be Julio having to perform, right? Because this entire time we've been expecting him to perform, seeing how far he can go. But now there really is no other option. If he loses, he's going to remain at mid-finish, and there's no other option. A draw is also not good enough because he just does not have enough points. Everybody above him right now, Divac also has a game in hand above him, so he has to win this game. Is that going to inspire the Beast? I hope so. So let's see.
Okay, so my lack of leaderboard understanding really gets me because as a match, I didn't think it was possible, but it's actually more hype than I even thought now that you mentioned, because this is Julio's chance to win the tournament. And when you think about Julio, you think ruthless, you think attacking, you think relentless. But the biggest thing about Julio is really his big match temperament. When it comes to the crunch time, he's going to be putting in 110% every single time. Sure, I've watched him lose in big tournaments before, but it was never a case of like Julio didn't show up. It was somebody has to go out there and beat him. So this match, man, oh man, I can't put into words how excited I am, Snare.
Exactly like you were mentioning, it has to be someone coming out to beat him, right? And if there's somebody that can beat him, somebody who right now, as much as we're talking about Julio has to take his spot, it's UnFaizd. It's the guy who brought us the first side switches, the first team switches in the entirety of the tournament. He changed to Barcelona. He was the first person to do not France or Liverpool, and he stuck it out, and it's been successful for him thus far. And he's already out in a very attacking form. And you know what I like to see, fam? Antoine Griezmann in the game, ready to do some damage. At the same time, the Beast is going to be sticking to Liverpool. This is the side that's gotten him far in FIFA overall. He's going to be trying to continue that trend. So this game, what do you expect goal-wise between these two titans here?
Yo, this could be a very high-scoring game or a low-scoring game. For UnFaizd so far, we've just seen him putting goals after goals after goals. That's what Barcelona does, and this could be an opportunity here, passing the ball around nicely, but Julio's defense on the ball for now. I do think it's going to be a high-scoring defense. It looks like the way UnFaizd plays with Barcelona is ultra aggressive, and that's going to lead to him scoring a lot, but also makes him a bit vulnerable on the defensive end as well. So I do think at least 4 goals at minimum. But I think that's even conservative. Maybe 5, maybe 6. Actually, I'm going to go for 5 goals total over 2 legs.
Well, speaking of 5 goals, one is in the build-up right now as we see the Beast on the edge of the box now. He's going to try to get a goal. He's in clear with Salah, but takes a little bit too much time on the ball. And the save is going to be there from Ter Stegen. UnFaizd still stays in contention. And he still has managed to regain possession. This is something that we've been seeing a lot coming out of UnFaizd, and it looks like the Beast has been sort of adopting his tactics, playing extremely aggressively, even when losing possession in the final third, trying to make sure to keep up the pace and the pressure. You know, sadly, I've been seeing this for the last 2 hours from Liverpool, so I'm not happy to be seeing this right now from the Beast, but it does seem to be working for him.
You just show a big sign of respect that Julio is actually playing with the Liverpool side instead of France, which is his usual comfort. But before we get to that, let's see what he does here. He's got a lot of space. Actually, going to get tackled out so strongly there. So I was moaning about Barcelona's defense, but UnFaizd making it look good so far. But this Liverpool team is a much more defensive team than the French team, so he knows he's preparing for the Barcelona attack. But attack of their own is mounting here. Salah dribbling so great in the box. A lot of space. Can Julio convert this? He's going to send it back over to Sadio Mane. The difference maker for Liverpool usually, but it's going to be called offside.
He almost got the space there, but unfortunately gets tripped up at the very last moment. Very nicely done by UnFaizd. Maintained his composure there, even though there were some incredible dribbles coming in there from the Beast. He didn't allow himself to get tripped up by that. It takes a lot of composure to avoid running in on the player because he understood that a dribble was going to be coming, but now very long pass on the other side of the field. Dembele holding up the ball with some dribbles, recycling it back into the middle of the pitch. Looking for a probing pass, not able to find it just yet. Does manage to do so. Griezmann not getting into position after the pass from Suarez, so the goal...
UnFaizd was 2 steps ahead. He actually had so much space, but he thought Julio was going to react to the first pass, but Julio didn't see it coming. He could have ran with Suarez there if he wanted, maybe lucked the shot, but unfortunately this time, the 3D chess coming at a price. And now Julio time to counter. Firmino in a good position, but the tackle so strong, so effective. Clinical stuff from UnFaizd so far.
Yeah, he read that dribble perfectly. He knew that the second step was coming, and instantly, before it even gets there, he didn't even do that. He didn't even try to rush him down normally. He ran up manually with a strong tackle, very nicely done. Doesn't manage to keep himself on the ball going forward, so he does have to hope that he can reflect and react as quickly again on the defensive. Sadio Mane with the ball on the far edge, but the pass doesn't succeed. And yet again, UnFaizd. I would love to see if only FIFA actually had interception stats. Like, that would actually be wonderful, because I think UnFaizd at this point would be top 1 in this tournament.
Yeah, I have to agree here, especially the way he started this game. His defense is so solid. A beautiful long ball through to the magician. Lionel Messi, can he do something brilliant? Yeah, no, he can't. Virgil van Dijk, the stone wall. He's forced to kick it out, though, so that's going to be a corner. No, wait, what? Did Messi hit that out?
Yeah. Messi hit that.
Did he really? FIFA refs, questionable once again. For a corner now. But UnFaizd, he has the ball possession once again. Can he do something with it this time? Has a decent amount of space. Suarez going to get tackled though. Julio not giving anything away right now.
It's still staying very, very close. To mention that we're not going to be expecting that many goals. We haven't seen anybody erupt just yet. Nobody knows what will happen once that does come out. Getting the nice tip-tap arches. In with the long ball out onto Salah on the wing. Going to try and look for an opportunity for a direct pass, but instead... just slowly gets it back into Fabinho. Does find the space for Salah. Salah with the shot, but just off target. And it goes wide for a goal kick.
Yeah, good keeper positioning as well there from UnFaizd. He did move his keeper immediately to the left, to the near post side, because he knows when you're playing FIFA 20, that's where people shoot. So UnFaizd at a defensive end, man. This is top tier stuff from him so far. Can he find some rhythm and mount a successful attack, though, is the question.
As much as we're talking about in the pregame that Julio, if he's able to win this out, can claim the #1 spot here in the UMZANSI League. UnFaizd, as long as he doesn't lose, guaranteed top 1 here in the UMZANSI Esports League. So this is also a huge match for him. And he's now running Messi back on the ball. Keeps getting crowded out as soon as the ball gets to the little man. So he understands he's going to have to play a little bit more methodically. Pardon the pun, but he has been UnFaizd thus far. Look at how quickly he runs in to prevent the opportunity for the through ball onto the wing. He's been playing so well, man, this guy.
Oh, and look, again, his defense is not faltering. Like you say, that was supposed to be like a 3-on-2 situation there for Julio. But UnFaizd defense is like, nah, we're not giving anything away. And now he's making the moves here. Dembele with the run. Got a lot of space, could get a cross in, could run to the byline and get the pass in, and goes for the pass into the middle, but the Liverpool defense going to stay ball side this time round.
Oof. What a
That
first
was
half.
for
Goalless, my
sure.
friend, but that was super exciting nonetheless.
Very intense. So my goal tally score is wrong so far, but the quality of the FIFA absolutely immaculate. I mean, it is a different game, a game of FIFA as we saw UnFaizd play against Divac. Was it yesterday, last week? I don't know. They're all a blur at this point. But what a phenomenal game there where we saw so many goals. But I think what's scary for UnFaizd is in that game, he kind of looked like he got outplayed by Divac, but he still managed to get a draw from like the worst situation. So I think he's carrying so much momentum where he feels like he wasn't even playing his best, but he still couldn't lose. So I think Julio's going to have to do something to crack UnFaizd at the moment because he's looking like a beast right now.
Yeah, but UnFaizd is still nonetheless the one that's making the actual tactical switch up. He understands probably better than anybody that it's not good enough to simply draw with the beast, that you want to secure the entire tournament, right? Besides, it's the last game. Do you really want to end your last game in the tournament on a simple draw? No, no way. Not with the performances that he's been putting in. Not with his signature at this point, Barcelona side. He's trying to go for all of it. And he's put Messi pretty much alone at the top, but that does allow Suarez to utilize his bonus strength basically in the middle of the pitch. Will make things a little bit easier for him to just slowly play things out instead of having to rely on these long balls in the deep runs. But now he's going to have to try to defend once more. And yet again, the composure, super strong from the man. And he plays this out like it ain't no thing. What the hell is this?
He's reading Julio's passes really well on the defensive end. Look at this. Again, another interception. Like you said, Snare, we wish there was those stats available because he's probably leading top one. Because, next level vision right now. I would like to see. Did he start Antoine Griezmann this game?
He did. Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah. He's actually playing on the wing now.
Yeah. I think he's probably been learning lessons from people who've been playing Griezmann with France, that the player is a little bit more effective on the wing rather than in the center of the field. And that's not a foul. Okay, so there might be an opportunity for him to be able to run at the ball. But he actually outplayed himself again because he sort of stopped playing, thinking that a foul was going to be called out. End of the day, though, Julio will be breathing a little bit easier with this one, getting the ball back.
You remember the UEFA Lona jokes? It's like Umzansi League Lona at this point with this ref. Julio has a chance to counter here. Got 3 players forward. Gonna have to play it slowly though, because once again, UnFaizd has a stonewall defense right now. Julio finding some space for Pino. Actually, both players slowed down the pace of this game quite heavily. They were seeing the ultra fast attacking plays not working. They're not going to find any mistakes from their opponent so far. But now Julio going in. Robertson has space, but going to get dispossessed there. It should be a corner though. Always dangerous to play against corners up against the Liverpool side.
Extremely tall man. Virgil van Dijk's already forward. Mo Salah will receive the short pass. The long ball gets snatched up, and this might open up the chance for UnFaizd. Julio, though, seems to be a little bit ready for this one, but still, the opportunity might be present for UnFaizd. Langley on the edge of the field, but he's not going to be able to find a good pass through. What a ball, though! My goodness. Now Lionel Messi trying to find the opportunity. Not enough Barcelona players are forward for him to feel comfortable with this one. Extremely defensive play coming in from Julio, and now this time around, he's the one that reads out the deep searching pass. Going to be able to snuff it out, trying to get on the counter-attack.
It was interesting how UnFaizd decided to mount that attack there. I think he's trying to play like Julio's tactics, the way Julio likes to cycle the ball in the middle all the time. But obviously, you see, he's not as good as that as Julio is because he made that defense, that miss pass there. Julio once again has a chance to attack, but again, dispossessed. UnFaizd making all the right tackles right now. Both players struggling a lot on the attacking end though. Like nobody's had there's been no real chances in 70 minutes of the game so far, Snare. That Mo Salah shot does not count, by the way. That was not a real chance.
Nah, it doesn't count. Not this kind of feels like. Have you ever seen Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, the first fight?
Yes.
After like round 3, things just sort of slowed down and there was still energy in it, but people were like, man, both of them were like, what's it going to take to bring this guy down? Everything I've tried at this point seems to be doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, luckily it's not a George Foreman versus Joe Frazier fight because this match would have been over already. But now, I think once the first goal comes in this match, I feel like the floodgates is going to open. Both players are going to be a lot less reserved right now. Both of them have to play for the win. They can't afford to make mistakes. That's why they've been so clinical on defense. But just one goal, Snare. One goal will probably change the tide. And we see UnFaizd looking to make some substitutions. He queued up the pause. We'll see who he brings in.
He's losing the pace on some of his key players right now, and he still is managing to get this key defense off, but I think Messi probably needs to go. I think also one of the things that's been really interesting from UnFaizd is watching him adapt, but he also should realize at this point, you were mentioning the difference one goal can make. With 10 minutes left in the first leg, one goal might be all that is in this game. And the pause not going to come out just yet. I thought that might have been offside. He still does have the chance. He's keeping possession. He's realizing now that it's probably too late for a substitution to make an impact, so he has to make do with what he has at this very moment. Trying to keep the ball as much as he can, playing very methodically right now.
No, this is good game management. He wants to run down the clock, so he's the only player who has a chance to attack in this game, and it's working out so far. Hasn't made any mistakes like we saw Divac made trying to do this plays the last time. But will he get the goal, though, is the question. That's the bigger one. So 5 minutes left. Griezmann holding the ball in a good place. Back to Frankie de Jong. De Jong to Messi. But there's the tackle from Julio. 4 minutes left. This could be a chance for the fellow Goliath Gaming teammate to mount a comeback. Get the opening goal, rather.
He's going to try to play end-to-end right now, running in with Mo Salah, surrounded by these Barcelona defenders. We've seen how difficult it's been thus far. And he tries to get the side switch. The ball gets kicked out for a corner, though. UnFaizd does get his pause. But
that is a nervous corner kick. Like, usually, you don't see these players kick the ball out. They don't even clear. They run it out physically because they believe in their skill. Now, corner, 89th minute. He has to be sweating a bit to be making plays like that, Snare.
Exactly. Feeling the pressure at this point. We'll see if Julio also decides to make anything different. But at this point, it does seem like this is going to be the final roll of the dice. Many a goal has come from these Liverpool corners over the course of the Umzansi Esports League. Some of them have come from Julio. Not as many as we'd like to have seen. But here we go. Ox has come on. Some bonus energies here. The short pass is coming in. Is this going to be what breaks the tie thus far, Camille?
This could be the opportunity. Julio, 2 minutes of extra time. What can he do with it, though, is the question. Gomez holding onto the ball for now. Looking for his striker. He's going to find Salah. Can Salah convert? No! The keeper is there. Testangan says, none of this nonsense. You're not going to get the win this time round. Julio, could he have shot there, Snare? Can we see a replay? No, we can't.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
I think he should have shot. You know what that was? Yeah. Remember earlier when you were talking about how UnFaizd was playing 3D chess when he should have been playing checkers with Suarez? Same thing just happened to Julio. So he thought that he needed the additional touch, but he was through clear with space with Mo Salah. The near post was directly ahead of him. That was a goal. But unfortunately, he believed too much in his opponent rather than himself. And he ends up not being able to get the goal there. So we finished level 0-0 in the first leg. So your prediction was true. The first one, your instinct was right. So now it's literally all to play for Julio. Because UnFaizd, now he wants a goal, right? But he doesn't need one anymore. But Julio needs this, which is going to make it very interesting, I think, going into the second leg.
I think Julio's decision to play with Liverpool was brilliant defensively because you could see, it's the first time we've seen UnFaizd play with Barcelona and he hasn't been able to score not even one goal. Usually he's scoring multiple over and over again. This time he couldn't even get one goal. So from that front, it was a great decision from Julio. But he could go to France now because, like you said, he's the man who needs to be winning these games if he wants a chance to win this league. So that could change everything because it's going to be two very attacking teams playing against each other. But the most interesting thing about this matchup for me so far is that both these players, although they've been rock solid, like 110% solid defensively, offensively, they're both a bit nervous. Like you can see the nerves coming through, which is something you don't often see, but it's good to see as well. It's like when Djokovic and Nadal play in the Grand Slam finals, they have to feel each other out for a moment because they know how dangerous their opposition is.
Yeah, it's not a matter of they're not playing a normal opponent, right? You're basically at this level, you're trying to think of how would I beat myself? Because this is a person that is as good as myself. And also, to add some additional spice to this here matchup, UnFaizd would want to prove a point and be like, fam, you're no longer the GG flagship player. I'm the one that's out here now. Take a second seat. Get on the bench, bruh.
Meanwhile, Young Savage is just sitting there back. He's like, yo, guys, both of y'all know your place. But now, second leg kicks off here. It was a tense first leg. Is the second leg going to be different? Are we going to see more goals, Snare?
I certainly hope so. I want 5. I don't care what order they come, but I want 5. That's all I want.
That was my prediction. So maybe I'll be right. Doesn't look like it so far, but there's a chance always is there.
So they're starting this off very, very slowly, though.
Yeah, still a case of respect. They want to work their way into those first goals. They don't have to rush it. And now, talking about rushing in, Mane making the run on the wing, but he's going to send it back to Andy Robertson, I believe. Now, Still making the inroads. There's a lot of space here. In the space, the shot's going to be there. And what a beautiful finish. Julio, the TheBeastBianchi, cracks open this game with a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful goal.
Gotta love these young prospects, guys, with super high finesse. Beautiful shot there from Minamino. Look at this. Honestly, this again. Come on, come on. Let's see it. Oh my gosh, look at that curl. Goalkeeper stood no chance there. And we've been seeing most of the time that goals come in near post, but not that much finesse from the edge of the box. Beautifully done. I think that rivals the goal we saw yesterday from Mane for one of the best goals that we've seen all season.
No, it doesn't. That goal was like that was more crazy. It was like edge of the box. There was a lot of space for Minamino. It was a beautiful finish, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't a crazy finish. Something we can expect in FIFA, especially with Julio controlling him. And it was an excellent finesse shot, like you said. The pass was even better. The way he constructed that play with Mane, sending it back to Robertson all the way to Minamino in the middle was great. And now, as you can see, once you concede one goal against Julio, the next about to follow as space once again for Minamino holding onto the ball. Can he convert? No, he can't. The block is there.
Oof. The hard read coming in there right from UnFaizd. And he also manages to get the hard read off the aerial ball as well. So now Antoine Griezmann deep on the flank. Again, hard read on the tackle. Jeez. This guy really wants to start scoring. As you mentioned, the fire has now been ignited from both of these players.
Can UnFaizd respond though? He's playing it slowly through the middle. Frankie de Jong holding onto the ball for a while here. Trying to bait some players out to get that space for Suarez and the Messis. Oh, but Messi not going to receive the ball this time round. Had to force the pass. And you can see Julio just read it out. He had that whole wall back. There was no chance for Messi to slip behind because that would be an offside. Like, he had to run forward, but he didn't want to run forward because he would get tackled. So, yeah, Julio in a great position right now. And Minamino, the scorer, on the run now. Going to try to set up for his defender, but oh, what a tackle. What a tackle.
It seems like it's been the trend that generally the goals that come in against UnFaizd come in the very early moments of the game, but he's able to adapt afterwards. He tried to get the forward run. What? That's a goal kick. Okay. All right.
That was picture perfect defense. He got the body block and he let the ball run out.
That was beautiful. Well, one thing I'm thinking about right now is the fact that the Beast, not only is Julio not going to be happy with only having one goal in it, he also knows that a single goal back puts them right back when they started, with UnFaizd being at the top of the leaderboard. So this is, one is not good enough. He's going to be going full pedal to the metal here. At the same time, UnFaizd still trying to find a way through. The passes haven't been as crisp thus far in this game, but at the same time, oh, as I say that, the pass does come out, but is that a penalty?
It's a penalty.
What?
It is a penalty.
What?
Umzansi League Lona coming in clutch once again. Can he convert those? There he goes for it and he gets it. We tied up one apiece.
Oh my god. UnFaizd back to number 1. Julio, I think this draw leaves him at 4th. I don't think it's going to be enough points to put him. I think no, it's going to put him at... Oh my god, that pass, did you see that?
Is like, yeah, you like, oh man, I conceded a penalty or whatever. That pass was like Dennis Bergkamp in his prime level passing.
Oof. Now the stakes raised once again. And with it being 1-1, we've got everything to play for. And Julio doesn't want to care about this. You don't want to think about it. GG go next. He's already back onto the other side of the pitch, trying to go for these dribbles. Beautifully done. Doesn't manage to get the pass through to Mane. But holding it up with Fabinho now. Gets it to Mane. Gets the goal. Gets the... What? What the curl around the goalkeeper. He's back ahead. The Beast will not be deterred by going behind.
This is exactly what we said. Once the first goal comes through, no more funny business. It's just going to be all in attack from both these players. And look at that finish on the run. Just flicks it into the corner. Beautiful. How is UnFaizd going to respond now? He's back again in the losing position. And that 5-goal prediction, Snare, it's looking too conservative at this point. We've got 3 goals in 33 minutes already.
A goal every 10 minutes. If this trend continues, let's hope it does. We're going to get 9 goals. Sadly, FIFA doesn't always scale like that. And we're seeing UnFaizd sort of switching things up right now. He's been relying a lot more on these very aggressive aerial passes. Not just the crosses, but the aerial through passes as well. So he's trying to switch things up right now, recognizing that Julio is reading everything that he's doing on the ground.
Looking kind of rattled. Dot doesn't get to play his usual play style here. But he did manage to fake Julio out earlier to get the pass for his goal. So it has worked for him in this match. Can he get another? Julio going to apply the pressure for Bino with a great tackle. And now he has a chance to counter against there. Oh, never mind. UnFaizd reacts there. Messi, can he
Suarez.
hold it up? It's a 3-on-3. The pass, gonna make it through, but it's a bit fast. Suarez, can he control it? Or is he gonna get tackled? Yes, he does. Trent Alexander-Arnold, too clutch there.
Oof. And this might be a chance right now. What a ball over. Mane back in possession of this and the edge of the box. Him and the keeper lobs it over. L1 is your friend, baby, as he gets the goal. Oh my goodness. 3-1 up. The beast. Is he doing it?
This is what we expect from the man. And UnFaizd, he was like, I'm going to bring my keeper out. Then he's like, wait, I'm playing against Julio. Should I really do this? And then he's caught in no man's land. And the lob, picture perfect. Julio TheBeastBianchi. We said he was nervous with that end of the first half, first leg shot with Salah in his opportunity. He isn't nervous at all right now. He's honed in. He's dangerous. This beast is a predator right now.
And he's staring down the barrel of trying to get himself into a winning position here in the Umzansi Esports League. He's not willing to let this go. 3-1 up at the end of the first half. Is this actually gonna happen? Don't mess with me, man. Is this actually gonna happen? This is not happening. Counselor, is this actually happening?
This is what happens when you can't put away the beast. I'll tell you a story about the first rush ever in 2017. He was playing a final against King CSGO at the time. Orlando Pirates' flagship player. Now he's an overseas player in the EMLS in America. And you know how much Julio beat him in that final, Snare? Take a guess. 9. 9 goals.
Yeah.
This is Julio. Once he starts, you ain't ever going to stop him. So UnFaizd needs to react, and he has to react now. Otherwise, he could see himself in a similar fate right now.
Ooh, the beast is unleashed. The first half, UnFaizd, he's going to have to make a lot of changes. 2 goals, that's all he needs. Just needs 2 goals. That's all that hangs in the balance. He can't think of anything else but those goals. He's going to try for them as much as possible right now. The second half, you can already smell the tension because the beast is on the ball, looking to pounce right now. Robertson running in deep. Mo Salah going to receive the wonderful curling cross right now with the pass back through to Mane, and that's going to be a definite goal with the pass into the middle of the pitch. And direct run, the beast bringing in Minamino again to score the brace. Oh my goodness, 4-1 up, now making it look impossible for UnFaizd.
Unstoppable. Once he gets like this, what do? The run, excellent from Salah. The passing there, phenomenal. I mean, Minamino just had to put his foot there next to the ball, and it was a guaranteed goal just because of how well Julio set up that play. And now UnFaizd putting himself in the absolute worst position possible, or rather been put in the worst position possible, where he's 3 goals down, only 14 minutes left to play. He'd be lucky if he could just save some face at this point, let alone win this match. It is a really rough situation right now, Snare.
Oof. And with everything to play for, remember, the winner of this match will not guaranteed win the league, we still have 1 week left, but put themselves in number 1 position with no more games to play for them, and UnFaizd trying his best with the dribbles. We're looking like this Barcelona side has finally been exposed here, Camille. It's been looking so hot normally, but the respect that Julio paid by switching to this Liverpool side has paid off. And now already in with the counter-attack, can he get the ball? Oh my goodness, Salah. The only reason that Salah's just a little bit out of energy. Was he a little bit more replenished? That was probably going to be goal number 5.
Yeah, and goal number 5 seems to be looming right now because, as we know, once Julio has that whiff of blood, he doesn't stop till he gets as many goals before the whistle blows. But UnFaizd having a chance to control the game here in the midfield. Passing the ball around nicely. Frankie Young holding on to it, sending it to Arturo Vidal. Needs to find 1 goal back. Just 1 goal will giving a slither of momentum. But getting it is easier said than done. Making a decent run here, though.
But he's crowded.
They got to it.
Where can he go, though? He gets it to Suarez. But look, that's what I was kind of talking about. There's just no space. All the passing lanes are closed down. One of the weaknesses of Barcelona is that there's not that many super strong players on the team. If they can't find themselves in a good position, they can't muscle themselves into it. The same is not true of Liverpool, as they're already on the other side. The tackle is going to be quite strong. But can he do something from this? That's been the issue. UnFaizd, though he's 4 goals down, he still has defended relatively well here in the second leg. But he's not really able to make anything happen on the opposing side of the pitch.
And look at this, the pass is just being read out right now. He's just playing too lackadaisical for the form that Julio's in right now. Does get the ball stolen once again. Just needs to string some momentum together. He's really starting on an attacking end because Julio kind of, like you said, kind of figured out this Barcelona team, it seems, for a moment.
What this is like, right?
We've seen him do crazy things in the past. 20 minutes left. Can he pull one of these stunts yet again?
This matchup is kind of reminding me of that Dragon Ball Super movie, the Broly one, where once they fuse, just feels like GG, everything's being read out. Because Julio's literally seemed like a different player since like the first 20 minutes of the second leg. And he will get dispossessed here, very close to his own box. Might be the opportunity that is needed for UnFaizd. UnFaizd with the shot. Oh my god!
That is one of the goals of the
qualify?
tournament right there, Snare.
There we go.
100%. Outside of the box, first, just turns around and slots it in. Top corner. Immaculate. But it still is a 2-goal deficit. It's still a 2-goal deficit, but it actually is doable in 15 minutes. We've seen crazier things in FIFA before. Can UnFaizd turn up the pressure? He got that defensive error from Julio. But can he make something of his own here?
Ooh. Man, oh man, oh man. The difference that goal could make. Suarez being the hero there. Now Julio recognized that he needs to get one back himself. Oh my goodness. Sadio Mane back in possession. Get the pass into Firmino. Firmino slots it into the opposing top corner. He's like, you want to look fresh? I can look fresh too, baby.
The ball
God
rolls
damn.
into a backheel pass. Who is this guy? Julio.
Yo.
Oh man. I'm speechless. It's just too good right now.
Wow. Wow. I think right now what needs to happen is that he's going to, as soon as this game is finished, he's going to say, not only am I still the number one Barcelona, I'm not the number one Barcelona player, sorry. I'm the number one GG guy, but I'm going to take your name because I'm the one that's UnFaized. Nothing you do is making me blink. Like, this is a performance that is incredible. Seems like he can't be beaten by anybody right now. Yet again, another pass read out. And even if he doesn't manage to score a goal, this is just time being ran down on the clock. He's not even bothering with the traditional style of game management. He just wants more goals, fam.
He doesn't need to. He's got a 3-goal lead with 6 minutes left. He might make it a 4-goal lead. Salah in a great position, tries to get the cross in, but it's going to be forced out for a corner. Opportunity still alive though, Snare.
Short pass. Mo Salah gets it into the box. Virgil van Dijk gets it back to Salah. There's going to be a header, but goes out for a corner. Blocked out. UnFaizd managing to keep his dreams, well, not alive, but you want to keep the drumming as small as humanly possible.
Goal difference does make a difference in the league format.
It really does. Will he get the fourth? I don't think he is. I don't think he needs to, but he's still trying for it, playing very methodically. Firmino has space in the box, but it gets read out quite well there by UnFaizd, and he won't prevent 4 goals from happening, at least for now.
Maybe not. Julio steals the ball in a dangerous position here. 1 minute left of standard time. Extra time is now gone into. Can he get this goal? Salah, he made so many great passes happen so far. Just a minute left. Can Julio extend the lead? So much space. Mane troubles back. Oh, again!
Oh my god.
He's just dancing around UnFaizd right now. He's not even trying to force the shot. He's just having a good time. This is the most aggressive time management I've ever seen. Go for the shot, Julio. No! Oh, what? And he gets a penalty. Oh my god. This is just BM at this point. Julio, calm down. Does he score it? Oh,
Oh my god, the PM!
Respect. Respect. He was like, I'm not going to score a penalty. When I score a goal, it's a great goal. And man, oh man, what an all-star performance from Goliath Gaming. I feel like we've been waiting the entire Umzansi League for him to see Julio show us this kind of form. And at the most important time in the league as well, Snare.
It could not have come at a better time from Julio. Just congratulations from the man. He's now number one, right? This has actually never happened for him in the entirety of the Umzansi Esports League, even though we've been projecting him to be number one. And now he does it. Now he's here. Like, what is this, right? It's really unfortunate for us as viewers and as the talent here that this is the final game that we're going to see from Julio, at least here in Season 1. I really can't wait to see what we're going to have from him going forward. But now, all the pressure is on the final matchup, right? Because though they are tied 13 points apiece, UnFaizd and Julio, now you're sweating buckets because the fate is no longer in your hands. Next week, we're in one of those beautiful situations that we rarely get to see, where literally the last game on the last day determines the placing of the tournament. Man, I can't wait.
You know what I predict, Snare? I predict the Man City's first ever Premier League in the modern age. You know, where Aguero scored in the 96th minute. That's what I predict. Blotter, do you agree with me, sir?
Well, it's certainly hard to disagree, mate. That I can tell you for sure. And thank you so very much, Snare and Chikte, for that wonderful cast to that incredible game. Started off a bit slow, I would say. But as you move on along, I mean, leg 1 and leg 2 combined will probably be an aggregate where you talk about, all right, we can maybe expect like 7 goals, 8 goals, but just one game? Wow. What?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a lucky charm for BeastBianchi. Every
Dude,
single
yes.
time I come on the desk, this man goes berserk. And last time it was 13, this time it's 5, but it's okay. And like our casters mentioned,
Right.
it's still dwindling as to whether he will qualify for the finals. It will
True.
all come down to the next week. So, but it was a very valiant effort.
Absolutely was, because now that he has played all 7 games, he is tied in as far as the points are concerned. But along with that, Masoom is on 3rd spot right now,
Yeah.
and he still has 1 more game remaining with 13 points to his name. If he's able to clutch that victory, Masoom, he could probably be the one on top, and the game that he has lined up is going to be against Ebbie Bros. So again, not an easy one, because Ebbie Bros is the man with whom we started it all. On day number 1, that is how Umzansi started. So again, that is how it's going to come to an end. But indeed, right now, it is more of a question and more of a speculation than an answer that anybody could provide, because, well, we'll have to wait for the game.
Yeah, absolutely. We certainly have to look forward to the games in the next week. But talking about today's games, like
Right.
we said, the first leg, the opponents were trying to read each other.
Yes.
They were trying to analyze each other's game. What were they trying to do? But once the second leg kicked off, in the first half itself, so many goals were scored,
Wow.
and from both the sides coming.
Yes.
But it was the BeastBianchi who really came out on top and eventually became the winner.
Absolutely did. And with that, of course, talking about his competition, that was UnFaizd. Well, he has showcased wonderful play throughout the 7 games that he has played. No question about it. UnFaizd is that one man
Yeah.
who is actually able to move away from the meta, if you can call it that, right?
Absolutely.
Everybody was stuck with 2 teams, like Liverpool and France. That was it.
Yeah.
He's the man who comes along and is like, you know what? I don't care. I need FC. I'm going to show everybody who and how can I play. And dude, that was just wonderful to witness. But in that, he is right now again on that same spot, right? He's also going to have to wait for other players to complete their matches, and that's when he'll get to know where exactly is he going to land on that storyboard that I like to call leaderboard. With that, we do reach the end of our FIFA 20 segment. We're going to go on a short little break. Coming right after that is going to be Counter-Strike. Hello and welcome once again to Umzansi Esports League by Nodwin Gaming. You're joining us live on Jinx TV, and I certainly do hope your weekend is off to a wonderful start and is slowly now moving into the evening. It is time to get a little aggressive with some esports. It is time to get busy with some Counter-Strike action. I'm your host, Blotter. Joining me on the analyst desk, it is none other than Fixix. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Blotter. And yes, today is the battle between the Goliaths,
Yes.
the best
Wow.
teams. According to the score sheet so
True.
far, we have Energy Esports and ATK. Both these teams are certainly phenomenal. And well, today is the decider to see who's the best amongst these two.
Absolutely. I mean, we look at the storyboard, as I like to call it, which is, of course, the leaderboard of Season 1. We have both of these teams only separated by 1 point.
Yeah.
Energy Sports is on number 1 pole position. ATK is following them with 15 points. And this is going to be their final match. 7th game, done and dusted.
Oh my goodness, now things are gonna get pretty intense over here. And there you go, the standings come up, and Energy Esports, they do stand tall, but they do also have a draw that I can see over there. But if you talk
yes.
about ATK, they have that one loss. So, well, both of them are in high spirits, and they're certainly looking strong. Top 4 will definitely qualify, and we can safely assume that, yes, they are getting into the finals.
They certainly, yes, that is so very true. They are looking really safe. And again, with the gameplay that we've seen from both of these teams, they are really, really good when it comes to that skill level. And again, with that, today as they go against each other, it is going to be all based on the map. And for that, of course, we've got the map video on our screens.
Yeah, absolutely. Overpass coming in there. A very interesting map. I love this completely, because now I have to see which team is on CD side first, and that'll definitely favor them off. And well, in CD side you can make those early quick rotations, and but on the T side you need to find those initial picks. So definitely a lot of choices have to be made as to which bomb site you are really going for to. And let's see what really goes on in this particular map.
Absolutely. With that, of course, there's no time to waste. Let's get busy with this game, and that means it is over to our casters.
Thank you so much, guys. Patchy, we've got ATK going up against Energy Esports. So far, ATK, they've been showing some dominating CS, looking for basically what's their 3rd win for the day. So definitely they're looking to make their last game an absolute bang of a match. Whereas with Energy Esports, I think on paper, they've just been absolutely fantastic. As we said, they got that one draw against Online Kingdom, but ultimately, they've been showing some really, really good CS.
Yeah, I mean, the same could be said for pretty much from both sides. We've got some really, really great CS from both teams. And, it's really going to be interesting to see how this one plays out, especially since it's on Overpass, which is definitely a bit of a refreshing sight for my eyes, I must say. I'm quite excited to see how this one plays out. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, of course, like they said on the desk, who's starting out where. So let's get our eyeballs on this one. And it's going to be ATK on that CT side and Energy starting off on T. And I mean, a lot of the time when we see these clashes, it usually comes down to which team feels more comfortable on which side. That seems to have quite a lot of impact. And we see a couple of teams fall off in the second half, when they switch up and they're not feeling as comfortable. So let's see if these teams can actually get themselves feeling comfortable real quick.
Real quick indeed, and look at the pacing here from ATK and Energy. Already Energy, they've got such swift control of this B side, just headshots all around, and ultimately leaving Slow in a 1v4 situation here. He's slow to the retake, trying to take some long control there, going around the flank, but unfortunately his teammates are gone, and Energy, they're just waiting for him to come to them. So good pacing. Energy showing us a little bit of really a showcase here of how quickly they can take a bomb site.
Yeah, that was a very nice clean round, I must say. That was super quick, charging straight in there. They just found every single head, and yeah, I mean, what a way to start things out. That's definitely a really nice indicator for what we're about to see coming up on this one, because I think that ATK, as soon as they get those guns in their hands, they're going to want a little bit of revenge, and it looks like they're actually going to be starting off the revenge a little bit earlier this time around, because they're going to be picking up a UMP in the hands of Mistem, and they've got that scout over on Fady, and so it looks like they're going to be trying to challenge here. Fady already just pushing up to Fountain, seeing what he can see. Not going to find anything just yet, but there is one head waiting for him. Let's see if Energy... Nope, they're just going to fall off. Smart moves all across the board, really. ATK looking for something. But can they survive against the firepower of Energy? Walking around with those Galils. Can it happen? Mistem goes down immediately. But a little bit of team damage there from Lichlord. Not going to be feeling too good, but at least... they didn't give it over to ATK, so it's a little bit of money denied for the sake of it. Sloya finds a nice headshot. Fady goes down in the meantime. It's a 3v3, which is definitely not a position you want to find yourself in when you have the superior buy. On paper, you should be winning this one out pretty easily, but it's an upgrade onto that Galil for Sloya. Let's see if we can make it work here. 50 seconds left on the clock. ATK just need to hold on for a couple more. Lichlord on 2 HP. Panda and TheBeastBianchi, though, full health. He's just going to move straight on up. Actually dodges past the nade. Is it going to be enough, though? Ooh, Sloya trigger discipline is going to wait until he sees what he can see and finally takes him down. But now they have so much to deal with, and it's just not going to happen for them. They don't know where to look. They're just going to be taken down from all sides.
I just love that positioning from Slowy. There's such a sneaky angle to really expect anyone there, especially going in that late into the round after so much has happened. You don't expect anyone there. You're just rushing to try and get on site, get the bomb down. So understandably, NG were a little bit scared when suddenly kills are dropping from the back line and they're like, what? How did that happen? So great conversion from ATK here, immediately shutting down that pacing from Energy. You know, that's always that holy trinity we talk about. You get that pistol, you look to the second, maybe even the third, and now ATK instead looking to put a lot of pressure in the Energy camp so far, taking some aggression. Missed him, of course, here close to Fountain, trying to look for a little bit, but the flashes might make it a difficult situation indeed. So far, Energy still just taking their time. They've only got pistols. They're trying to make this work. They're going to find Mistim instead. TheBeastBianchi with the Tech 9 takes him out of the picture. So that's at least a frag, but they're looking for more. And Fady actually getting caught out guard there, just on the edge of the smoke. So that's 2 kills now that Energy have landed. Potentially some guns to be picked up here in the form of those SMGs, but Slowy still in this long position is going to get some information, can hear the sounds, the footsteps heading towards A. The calls are being made. ATK rotating around, and he's on the back line once again, trying to surprise Energy. He might find the bomb instead. He does. At least he drops Panda, but gets traded immediately by Lichlord. So now it's all down to Lichlord. As we mentioned, in a 1v2 situation, Daru taking the 2 kills on site, immediately shutting down any chances Energy had. But he has a deagle in hand. 5 HP though. What can he do with it? 40 seconds left on the clock. And at the moment, ATK, they should have a relatively good idea of where he's coming from, what angles they should be holding, and potentially how this round should be heading out. But it's not over for Daru. He's looking to do something. He's looking to do a lot, though. He has to do it. He has to take down Lichlord if he wants this round. But, I mean, that was an insane shot there from Lichlord, at least doing quite a bit of damage on that save round. I mean, ultimately, Energy, they took 4 players down. Couple of kills, couple of guns.
Yeah, I was sweating there a little bit for ATK. It looked like they were losing their grip on that one, playing up very close and getting punished for it, not being able to capitalize in both up towards Playground and down in Connector. So that was almost a bit of a throw from them, but they managed to close it out. And, well, yeah, Energy put in quite a bit of damage in that one, and that's going to help them out just a little bit. Obviously, you want to throw the CT economy into disarray, and that was the goal there. And, things are going to be opening up now. Of course, the superior shots coming out from ATK. They've got the guns. They don't really need to worry too much about these pistols. They're not going to be making the same mistakes as last time, although the Glocks will put the work in over time if you let them. Mistim will go down, but 3v4 should be pretty easy for ATK to close out here. Some swing coming out from Lazy. He's going to take down 2. Can he get a 3rd? Yes, he will. Easy headshots coming out from him. And that's going to close it out for them on that round. 3-1 is the scoreline here, and Energy should be able to buy up into this one. So this is definitely going to be an interesting round.
So at least with those SMGs, you know, it's farming up a little bit extra cash. I mean, the assisted flash was perfect. The timing was great there for ATK, making sure they're not losing anything additionally. Mistim still there with the MP9. Ultimately, his teammates, they're going to be able to upgrade to M4s, and the AWP in the hands of Slowy, which, as we've seen before, he can do some crazy things with it. And he's actually taking the spawn point. He's taking some early aggression, trying to get an early frag here, right up close and personal to that fountain area. But for now, he's not going to spot out anyone just yet from the side of Energy. They're just taking their time, getting some control and taking a default position here. TheBeastBianchi, though, be careful. Right around the corner, it's Fady looking for an early frag, and he's going to take it away already. That's some information. So ATK, they've at least spotted one. They know that there's a little bit of an inclining towards that B site. So still holding those 3 players, still making sure their defense is strong. Maybe taking even a bit of a boost here is Daru and Fady. Looking for more. Fady, can he get a second? Slowy, though, instead Takes a frag there onto Panda, and so far Energy's numbers, they are dwindling, and they're dwindling fast in a position where they don't have an opportunity to respond. Fady with that boost finally coming through leaves us all down to Destroy and Mango now. They have the bomb, but their position is known. With that utility going through, ATK know exactly where they want to go. So it's ultimately up to the two brothers here to try and make this work, to try and clutch it out for Energy in a 2v5 situation. Patchy, I don't know where or how they can do this.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem really doable here, especially since they're stacked in the exact same spots. I mean, they could get caught out by a nade or just a well-placed spray down here, especially if Blaze just moves on in. There goes the information. There comes the swing, and, well, a pretty easy closeout for ATK.
So, I mean, ultimately, they had the right idea. You know, they slowed it down. They tried to just figure out, okay, where's an opener? Where can we work with it? But ultimately, ATK, they just take that aggression. They take the opportunities. And Overpass, as we know, it's a beautiful map for CT side aggression. It has so many opportunities, so many fantastic boost spots. And ultimately, that's really working in favor of ATK. They're taking absolute control of it.
Yeah, I mean, just off the back of that early information that ATK got when they took down TheBeastBianchi in the pipes there, that was just super easy pickings for them, really. They got all the information they need, the funnel was there, and it looks like a bit of a repeat of that second one, although it looks like Energy are trying to charge up. The Tech9 tapping away, finally it finds something, but the trades come out immediately. So working in the favor of Energy at the moment. ATK have to respond quickly here if they want to keep the round in their control. 3v4, and some guns are getting picked up here for Energy. They've got the AWP and of course the AK there. Some deagles to work with as well. ATK have to be a little bit careful. It might just be pertinent for Energy to try and rotate off potentially. They've got the pressure on, but they need to find the pick. That is slowly ticking away here. The deagle's gonna find Fady. That's big. That might just be the opener they need, and Dora goes down as well. That's exactly it. Now it's just Blaze, the last one left alive for ATK, and he's all the way down here. He has to make his way up in a 1v3 and try and find 3 heads consecutively here as the bomb is now planted. It's slowly going to tick down. He's going to move up from bank. They should expect this position. Looks like they will be just heading right on over towards the bathroom side of the map, and this should be an easy closeout here for Energy to shut down ATK's momentum and try and take some of their own. Blaze spots out one and he does a bit of a jump to spot out another. He knows the positions, but can he find the shots? The answer is no. Lichlord's got the AWP in hand. He's not going to let Blaze get anything done. 2 rounds now for Energy.
That's an absolutely brilliant return on investment coming through here for Energy. So that's at least stopping the momentum from ATK just a little bit, but they're going to have to do more if they want to be able to break their economy. As we can see, ATK, they're still able to buy up into this round. That AWP is still in the hands of Slow. He's still in play and still quite deadly. Now, though, it will be going up against another AWP in the hands of Energy, specifically Panda. So we might see a bit of an AWP-on-AWP action here. Slowly going towards that party area, trying to get something early on, but he's not going to be able to spot out anything just yet. Instead, Energy, they make a safe passage towards Playground here, but they have to deal with Mist blindly. He takes down TheBeastBianchi, looking for more, but he will have to fall back with that HP, not looking to give Energy any sort of trade potential there, making sure they keep those numbers in check. So now, looking at this, Energy, they have to regroup, they have to reset. Once again, going towards that lower, trying to favor the B-bomb side, it seems to be, but Slow here, looking for a kill, will be meeting the head of Destroyed instead. It is a bullet right into Slow's head, so going through this, at least it's a trade for trade. It's a 4-on-4. Energy have evened out the numbers, but they're looking to do a lot more. 1 minute left on the clock, they have to find an opener here. Looks like we're going to be seeing a bit of a B split here. Will they be expecting Fady in this position? Blaze is right around the corner, trying to just hold off and help out where he can, but ultimately it might just come down to timing. At least the flash is here to help them out. Mango instead is going to get the opener. They're not going to be able to see Blaze, but they swing. Mango doing all the work so far. He's got 2. That opens up the B side completely. They had that initial stack there towards water, and now it's just not coming to fruition. Ultimately, Energy, they've got the B-bomb side control. Mr. Mandoro left alive for ATK to clutch it out in a 2v4. Money, as we mentioned, is under duress. So, I don't know. Looking at this, I think we should be seeing a save coming through for ATK. Potentially, they can go for it, but we'll see. Edging towards low is here. They've got the utility. You're going to be able to recover that AWP, and I think the save is on their lips. They're going to just hold back and keep it in play here.
Yeah, yeah, best decision really. Just keep the guns. You know that your economy not looking too great at this point. Energy have done some pretty good work in the last couple of rounds just to take as much away from ATK as possible, do quite a bit of economic damage their way as well. So they're going to be feeling that one, of course. Getting a bit of extra cash for themselves in the hands of the AWP, and of course the M4 is going to be at least useful. They could potentially force if they wanted to, or they could, you know, buy some Deagles, maybe try and get some util going and try and use the AWP and the M4 as a bit of a glass cannon. But it actually is going to be the buy up, so they are going to just pick up the FAMASas there, toss those guns around. Slowly, obviously, going to be picking up the AWP. Let's see if they can make this work. They don't want to lose the momentum. They don't want to get shut down here because that would be a foot in the door for Energy. Let's see if they can make it happen. He's got the AWP in the Energy's side. Missed him once again, going to be swinging out long, but this time Energy is ready. Mango's going to take him down, so that's one player off the board for ATK already. And in an already shaky economy, a really shaky buy. It's definitely not where you want to be. One man down. Can he find it? Slowy does find Yankee, so that's a good trade at least. 1 for 1, but they're going to need to find a couple more here. See if they can make it happen. Energy still just probing, seeing what they can find, getting a feel for where ATK is stacked at the moment. They've got 2 towards either site. Destroy moving up from connector. Might just catch out Fady if he keeps peeking, but he will fall off, which might mean the flank could come in here if they're not ready for it. If Fady sniffs this one out, he might be very quick on the flank. It's going to be a tough one. The time is ticking away, though. We've got 37 seconds. They need to pull the trigger now. I think Energy have given themselves away as well. ATK know their plans. They've got the rotation coming in. Fady will be coming in from behind as well. Now Mango going to lead the charge in towards the site. The shot's coming out immediately. Dora and Soya not letting anyone get in, and Fady on the behind will just close it out. A very clean round from ATK. They just responded to that one very well, and Energy weren't able to pull the trigger quick enough.
I mean, clinical CS coming through here for ATK. They get the information. They set up whatever they need to really stop Energy in their tracks. I mean, literally, they were just getting up into shorts, and as they try and do exactly that, ATK just 4 crosses placed right and perfectly towards them to take them out of the picture. So ultimately, now Energy, they're going to be losing it. They will be able to buy up once again. So they're starting to get a little bit of pacing here towards long. They're able to really deal with Mistim, but now, looking at this, they have to do a lot more if they want to be able to convert those early frags into actual wins. So, some default setups coming through here, actually leaning towards the A side, so Slowly and Mistim will be their first points of contact if they choose to go through with it. At the moment, still just getting set up for the taking here. Slowly posting the angle is actually going to find a kill there onto Mango, so immediately Energy dropping numbers, not able to respond just yet, but they're looking to do so. The utility coming through, they're trying to push the AWP out of position, trying to get closer and closer to getting that refrag, but Slowly is so fast with that AWP. He takes out Panda, he gets a second for his efforts, and now he's going to be able to fall back. He's got his teammate Mistim still there with full health, absolutely healthy, and looking to keep them in this, but they're still holding on to this control right up close and personal. They're going to get the calls there through to their teammates, and actually through the edge of the smoke they find Destroyed, which is not only just a player but the bomb as well. So now Energy have to respond, and unfortunately for them, they're not going to be able to. So single-handedly, well, not really single-handedly, but the duo of Slowly and Mistim together just holding Energy completely there.
Yeah, that was really nice to watch. That was some smoke king gameplay right there, just playing around the edge of that smoke like, yeah, well, kings, I guess. I don't know what else to say. That was just really nice and clean coming out from them, keeping them really on lock, and that's going to mean that, of course, Energy now going to be whipping out the Tech 9s for a bit of a Tech 9 rush, going to be looking towards the V sites. Rushing out is Destroyed. Is he going to find anyone, though? Nope. He's going to spot out some, but definitely going to give away that this is a B rush. The Tech 9s haven't found anything just yet. The smokes have come out. Blaze going to find the first. He jumps over the barrels, and this has pretty much given the game away at this point. ATK just easy pickers for the AKs. Finding the shots there. It is not going to drop a single member, and a very quick round there. Not working out for Energy.
Not indeed. But at least their economy is set up for this round, right? They're going to be able to buy up, but now they need to start doing something differently. it's not working out. They're not getting really that A control that they need to, at least not convincingly enough to warrant an A side take or a B side take even. Utility is dropping on time, but ATK, they're just getting the information. They're able to get those aggressive plays. They're able to rotate around and completely sandwich energy. So potentially they need to go back to that first round sort of strat. Get that pacing, take it fast and furious to the B-bomb side, and it looks like exactly that will be happening. But the spray transfer here coming through from Blaze is going to find the head of Mango instead. At least the rotation's coming through here for ATK, but so far the spray from Blaze is continuing to do damage, and now Daru's here to join the party. He's going to get 2 for himself. Blaze ultimately getting the 3rd, and it's just an absolute massacre here now on the B-bomb side. So I mean, there the pacing was correct, but the utility coming through for ATK. So what do you respond with now? It's not working out slow. It's not working out fast. What are the answers here?
I mean, ATK have just come online right now. It looks like they've really just sprung to life at this point. I mean, the way that they're playing around these smokes, managing to get the sprays, I mean, everything is there. They're getting the angles perfect. They don't even need to see it. They've got it on lock, and that's really been the thorn on the side of Energy right now. ATK just not making that many mistakes at this point, not giving anything away, and Energy, well, they're not able to find anything, and that's just playing against them every time. They can't find a crack in the defense. They can't find a foot in towards the site. Well, they will find Sloya in the meantime, but the trade comes through at least, so it's a 1 for 2. 3v4 is the man count at the moment. Energy, they do have the advantage, and there goes Fady as well, so there is the bit of the crack that we were looking for finally coming through, but it's definitely not all that they wanted at this point. Doro gonna find 1. He's actually gonna find 2 with a swing there. So clean, and suddenly Energy now looking a little bit worse for wear. Destroyed at least finds Doro. Blaze gonna be the last challenger remaining here as the bomb ticks away. His position will be known as well. So this could be around for Energy. This could be the finger at least in the door. That could translate into something. The Tech9 gonna close it out onto Blaze with the headshot, and Energy do find that 4th round at least.
At least indeed. So, I mean, there's a little bit something for the troubles. The economy, though, for ATK is still looking strong. They're not really feeling anything, you know, too seriously right now. Whatever round Energy is managing to get, they still have all the economy in the world to deal with this. So the loss to return on investment that Energy is playing here, the numbers game really, is so far not working out. I think they need to do a little bit more to at least get some momentum going into the next half. Otherwise, it's going to be a climb back of note. And now ATK slowly at least is trying to take some aggression here towards Fountain. Hasn't spotted out anyone just yet, and immediately needs to return and fall back. But he's going to go to lowers. He's still hunting for more, trying to keep active with that AWP and trying to get aggressive. He is going to get headshots, he's going to get dinked, and now he has to fall back. He has to try and return, keep the numbers in favor of either side so far. 12 HP is to his name. So it's looking a little bit worse for Wear, but Mist and trying to once again get control of Long, with Slowy getting a kill onto Panda, and immediately Tianki getting taken down. At least the trade is there for Energy, but it's still a 1-on-2. Make that a 2-on-1 trade so far. Slowy, he's taken 2 down, only getting traded now. So it's a 2-on-3 situation here. ATK ultimately in an advantage position here. But what can they do still? They have to hold on to this, whereas Energy, they have to get to them. They have to get to the site. They have to get the bomb down. It's the 5th round potential here. And it's definitely a worthwhile investment, especially looking at the economy. So bomb would absolutely be beautiful here. Fady goes down to Mango. That's an opener. They have to find Doro on site. However, will they be expecting him? Utility at least is going to help them get onto site safely for now. Blaze and Doro, however, they are already in position for this retake. They're getting very close. Destroyed with the AWP in hand. Has to hit the quick shot here. Doro just trying to find them on the edge of the smoke. It's the same situation on the side of Energy. Destroyed, however, he's going to be going down. And now ATK, they have a smoke on the bomb. They're going to be able to tap it, even try for the Ninja Defuse, because they've got the numbers. They've got the round as well now. So it's a 9-4 scoreline. Energy, they've tried to just now make an investment. They have the money, as you said. They've got the bomb plant, so that's going to sort out their economy. But once again, ATK, they now have a AWP setup. They're getting the rounds that they need to. They're getting the momentum, and they don't seem to be stopping.
Yeah, that definitely does seem to be the case. At least Energy have the rounds on the board. They've got 4. That's not a bad scoreline to have. If they can squeeze out 1 or even 2 more, that That would be huge for them. Even if it's just one more, that's going to be pretty big. You know, the question is, are they going to be comfortable on that CT side? Are they going to be able to utilize that aggression that the CT side can? That is all up in the air. We'll see if that is the case, because if it is, then we're going to have a very interesting second half here. Otherwise, ATK might just run away with it if they're not careful. At the moment, of course, now Energy moving up, taking a little bit of control. TheBeastBianchi towards Fountains. Not going to find anyone. ATK are just back towards the side at the moment, playing slightly more passive. Slowy is going to be getting a little bit aggressive up towards Long. Just going to take the peek, see what he can see. Not going to find anyone because the entirety of Energy is moving up towards Bathrooms, trying to take that mid control. Slowly moving their way on up. 1 minute left on the clock here for them to work with, and their intentions are definitely known. They might have to find an opener and maybe switch things up. ATK, they're very ready for this push, and missed them holding the close angle. Slowly on Long. They could just do this once again for ATK if Energy are not careful. Some neutral's going to be spent though. Push slowly off the angle, so even though they know it's still going to come through. FadeY goes down, so that's the first opener there for Energy. Could be what they needed as well. So you're going to look towards Bathrooms. He finds one very close up. A quick movement coming out. Mistim going to be there to try help as well. He's going to take down one before getting traded out himself. And Doro goes down in the meantime, so it's 2v2. Slowly just moving himself back right into Bathrooms. Going to find Lich Lord. 2v2 now. Slowly just absolutely a criminal on that AWP, and Blaze going to close things out. 10 rounds for ATK here. Energy, well, they're going to have to try and fight for this last one, otherwise it might just be an 11-4.
I mean, it was great efforts there from Energy getting that long control, taking FadeY out of the picture, but then as soon as they dropped the bomb to Slowy, I mean, with an insane flick by him, mind you, he sat on the bomb. He was like, no, this is mine now. I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this for the rest of the round, and I'm going to make this absolutely difficult for you. Playing so close to that AWP, that is just insane. Playing such a quick scope game there, and it's working out in favor of them. You can see the impact is there, and Energy are starting to feel it. So this is their last opportunity to get around in here for the next half. A 10-5 is a lot more palatable than an 11-4, so hopefully they will be able to get it. So far, taking some control here towards the middle area. Looking for Slowy, looking for a kill either side. Slowy's actually going to get taken out of the picture there by TheBeastBianchi and Mango, so the duo strikes again. That's an opener, but they still need to find Mistim to make safe passage to the A site, and he's playing right around the slope. He's trying to get sneaky here, trying to find an opening frag, but Mango is expecting it. That's beautiful. Now they have an opportunity here to go A. FadeY taking the long control here, trying to get once again one up on Energy, trying to surprise them as Daru and Blaze get into position for ultimately what should be the retake. But FadeY triggered discipline indeed, and he's got so much information. He's got all the information. He can see 3 players. He swings and he takes all 3 out of the picture. Ultimately, the bomb doesn't get dropped. Now it's a 2-on-2 situation here. Destroyed and Lishor trying to hold on to this, trying to do something. FadeY, he's on for the ace at the moment. He's going in nuclear. And now Destroyed 1v2. FadeY's down to 13 HP. He has to find the bomb. 30 seconds left on the clock. He has to get close. He has to get this frag. That reload might give him an opportunity to know exactly where FadeY is, but he has managed to get the bomb. Now it's just the waiting game. Where are these players situated? Where are they sitting and hiding? He finds FadeY. That's great. We'll be able to try and get the bomb down, but instead he's trying to fake out Blaze, trying to get him to peek him first. It's not working just yet after 3 fakes. And now Blaze, he's just waiting. Creeping up slowly. 1v1 situation here. Who find who? And Blaze is instead gonna find it. The no-scope comes through. The 11th round for ATK. I mean, for there, I was just expecting FadeY to, you know, maybe with the retake, at least come from a different angle, you know, be a little bit of a surprise, but that trigger discipline is insane.
I mean, that was just such an insane play to watch. FadeY with literally the perfect response to that entire situation. The ATK team, they're losing pressure on towards A site. They feel Energy moving up through Bathrooms, and FadeY goes, all right, that's fine. You can take that control. Let me just push down Long real quick, make sure no one's here. All right, no one's here. Let me turn around and just play the perfect trigger discipline game. See all 3 of the players. They haven't checked the angle, which means I'm just going to get all 3 of them, and he does. And then, of course, ATK, the individual prowess shining through there with a nice no scope, and well, that's just one hell of a way to close out the half. And now moving into the second one, it's going to be FaZe once again. Man in the kill feed going to find one, and a nice nade stack going to take down TheBeastBianchi. So already Energy finding themselves a little bit worse for wear on the B site. They're going to try and move in. ATK just looking super clean. Destroyed at least finds Blaze. There goes one, and FaZe with a clean shot there. The USP's doing the damage. 2v3, Panda and Lichlord, they have to make it happen, and there's a lot of work to do. There's the first bit of work done. Head of FaZe found. There's still got a lot more. There's a second one, there's a third. The double peek is going to be too much, and Lichlord's the last one. He knows where they are, but he has to find them, he has to hunt them. And double peek coming out once again, it's a little bit too much. He takes down Slowy at least. Gonna tap the bomb, maybe he's gonna be able to hold on to this one. Is this a ninja defuse? 0.4 seconds, ATK is going to make it happen, though. A Glock to the head is going to be enough to close it out. 12 rounds, and they start off the second half nice and strong.
Oh, that could have swung to Energy's side. I mean, if Daru had peeked a second earlier, he would have hit that flash, and potentially that would have been it for ATK. But ultimately, they clutch it out, they hold on to this, and now they're just continuing this momentum. So for Energy, as we said, you know, a 10-5 would have at least been a little bit more palatable, especially if they got that pistol round. Now they don't have that opportunity. They're going into this round with a full save. It's a full stack of USPs here, so on paper, they don't even have an opportunity here. Potentially, we can see those USPs, they have done some crazy things in the past, but you're going up against a fully stacked ATK team who have the momentum, have the superior firepower, but ooh, TheBeastBianchi, as I said, those USPs, they can do some surprising things, and they're going to take the face of Slowy out of the picture. Ultimately, still a 4-on-4, and ATK, they still have the better guns, so they're still taking the spacing right to the B-bomb side, right to Energy's camp, trying to get the side, trying to hold on to this round, but so far, I don't know what's happening. The USPs, they're doing a little bit of damage. Whether or not that's going to actually translate to a round win, we'll have to wait and see. So far, once again, Destroyed and Panda from the sandbags. They're not going to be able to see the bomb thanks to the smoke. Blaze with low HP goes down. 2-on-2 situation here. These USPs somehow doing some damage to ATK, and now I'm sweating a little bit. What's going to happen here? At least the bomb is down for ATK. Going through this, Energy trying to do a little bit more. But FaZe still holding on to all the angles here. Panda with only the USP has to take down the AK, has to take down the Galil. And unfortunately for him, it's just going to swing out. But that's some beautiful work there from Energy. As I said, it's USPs. It's the default pistol. What do you expect it to do? And Energy just take down 3. So that's a great little bit of extra money, especially going into this buy-up. They could definitely have used it.
Yeah, I mean, to see them work that magic with USPs is really, really great. I think the mistake at the end there was them splitting up, because the double peeking was really working out so well for those USPs. You know, just double dink 1-1 and they're gone, it's done. And they split up at the end there and obviously weren't able to close out the kills against the superior firepower. And that's potentially where they may have let it slip, because that was still a doable one. They managed to do so much with the USPs, but now it's ATK who have the tempo advantage, and they've also got the kills going for them. Destroy gonna burn to death, and now Panda, the last one left alive, and the round's barely just begun. He's gonna be walking through a maze of smokes, trying to find so many. He finds the head of Doru, but can't get the spray down. 14 rounds for ATK, and they're looking for that match point.
They're hunting for that match points. I think they're hungry for it. I mean, that would just be insane to finish off the day. So far, I think every possible team in SA, they've been playing some insane CS this entire week, and they've been busybodies, and they've been putting in the hours, definitely. I think everyone's game time just shot up this weekend, ultimately. But now, ATK, they're just looking to finish it off strong, to go to bed with that 3-win streak at the back of their head versus 3 different tournaments. I mean, that's insane. So we'll see if it happens. We'll see if it comes to fruition. So far, Energy relegated to pistols. We've seen them do some crazy things with USPs, and now they've got upgraded pistols, so this might be a change in pace now. If they can find the shots like they have previously. Lichlord with the builder gun is going to take out Daru, but Blaze is there for the trade, so it's a 3-on-4. Unfortunately, it's not an equal trade here for Energy, and FaZe finding the head of Mango. This is unfortunate. It's down to a 2v4 with the Deagle. TheBeastBianchi trying to make something work, but unfortunately is not going to find anything just yet. FaZe instead is going to take him out, and now ATK, they're just picking at Energy. They're just taking them apart one by one. Will destroy it. Find Slowy. You might not be expecting it from Plot Plants. Can he hit the shot? Oh, that's so unfortunate. But that's fantastic work here from ATK. They take their 15th one away patchy, one away from that 16-4 scoreline possibility.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking more and more likely. I mean, if Energy will be able to pick up the M4s, but I mean, what we've seen from ATK here is just really, really good, clean, incredible individual CS and team CS. I mean, we've seen some really great stuff. The way that I've just been watching them play around the smokes, the fact that they're able to find all of the damage in that they need. The entries everything's looking great. They're able to just find everything they need, and they're looking to find it again. Some trades not coming out immediately. The Utes are going to be there for Energy, which is a big start to the round. Lots of ATK players going to go down, and ATK maybe a little bit too hungry to close things out. Definitely not out of the ballpark, though, because even if Energy still win this round, it's going to be quite the long haul for them if they want to make this even doable. ATK, though, they're going to try the counter boost on the other side here, which we've seen a couple of times. Not going to come to any fruition, though, unfortunately. Definitely a nice thought, though. 1 minute and 7 seconds left here on the clock for ATK to decide exactly how they want to approach this situation, which started out not too well for them. A boost coming out here once again, just that we saw previously. But this time it's going to be Sloyo sitting on top. Looking for the heads, not going to find anything just yet, but he's not giving up. ATK are running out of time, but they're playing the patient game, and it's going to pay off. Destroy is the first one to fall, and that's going to mean that ATK are going to pull out the call. They know exactly what they want to do now. 3v3, they can still make it happen. Trades coming out. Mango getting one before he goes down. Now Sloyo and Fady, the last two ATK players left to try and get the bomb down with 27 seconds left. We'll be able to make it happen, unless a well-placed nade or some shots can come through, but it looks like Energy, not too sure how to respond to it other than to start pushing up and find the head of Fady. A good way to start things out. It's up to Sloyo to try and make it happen now. Bomb is ticking away, but he needs to hold on for just a little bit longer. The fake tap comes out, and that's going to force him to peek, which is exactly what Energy were looking for. They're going to find a 5th round here, but they need to find 10 more after this to tie things up. That's a tall order if there was any.
Absolutely. I mean, there was a good showing there. They got the damage dealt ATK. I mean, with that low HP, relegated to 3 on a 4, with half HP players, you know, at least being 2 of the 3. So it was making it a lot difficult. At least they find an opener there, ultimately actually taking 2 down, but it was just not enough. And for Energy, that's at least, you know, some sort of consolation. They have another round. They're going to be able to buy up into this round, just barely at least, with the farmers in the hands of Tianki. But as you said, they need another 10 rounds. They need to claw back, and then it's the only thing that they can get from this is a tie for their last game of the UMZANSI season so far. So that's a bit of a consolation to play with, but I mean, it's definitely a showing that they are willing to show. At the moment, Fady getting an opportunity to take down Destroy, and he does just that. That's an opener. The 4-on-5 already coming through in favor of ATK. So far, taking a default setup here, trying to find out where they want to go. Maybe towards an A might be an opportunity here. We've got 2 players heading towards that fountain and party area, and 2 coming up here from lowers. So a split here towards the A side might be what they're looking at. Bomb getting recovered, and it looks like it's heading towards A. Fady there on the B flank. He has already been spotted, so this is just great. Bit of containment coming through now for ATK. He's going to be the distraction on the B side, and Fady has an opportunity now to show some flanking here. So, as we can see, he's just making some noise here, keeping the focus away from Energy as ATK head towards that long position. All 4 players, in fact, on long. So Panda, he's going to be in for a surprise if he peeks through this. He's taking the smoke towards the edge of the gap, trying to spot out who he can see just yet, but not seeing anyone waiting for it. And here goes the smoke. He's trying to peek once again, but it's just utility after utility. He's going to find Slowy at least. So that's something. They're going to see the utility coming through, and now that is the activation here for ATK and for Energy to rotate through. It's ultimately all down to Mango, however, as Mistim gets a beautiful spray transfer, actually with the Flame ultimately taking the last life there. And now what can Mango do in the situation? He has to do it all to keep Energy in this. Otherwise, that might be a 16-5, and wow. ATK, they close this out in a dominating fashion. I mean, that's insane, just really watching the ebb and flow of this game. Ultimately, Energy, they got those openers, they had the opportunities, and they were doing actually just beautiful work making the opportunities for themselves. And then ATK, with the information, with the setups, they just kept having an answer to it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. What an incredible game to watch. I mean, even from both sides, Energy doing such a good job as well, but ATK ultimately, they were looking so clean, so polished. What an insane game. And I guess with that, let's throw it back to the desk to see what they've got to say about this incredible game.
Thank you so very much, Patchy and his proxy. Indeed, an incredible momentum-based game coming in from ATK and Energy Esports. Ouch, not expected.
Absolutely, and the scoreline, like we mentioned, I mean that was pretty intense. I thought it would be a really cutthroat competition
True.
between both these teams, but like the casters said, everything Energy threw at them, they were just one step ahead. And
Yes.
Doru and Fady, I think definitely the two names that stand out for me. And Doru, what an amazing performance! And right from the get-go, they were the CT side, and they played every single round perfectly. And I
Right.
mean, not making those mistakes, making those quick rotations, kind of going on those aggressive stances. I mean, ATK had been phenomenal, as a result of which now they are on top.
Absolutely, completing in style the
Yeah.
seventh game in style indeed, without only one loss that they've taken throughout. This has been an incredible run for the ATK side, and on the other side, Energy Esports, well, certainly not bad as well, because they are
Yeah.
on the second spot as of now. And again, if you look at the leaderboard, we still have few teams that well, they still have to play their 7 games. There's Gentlemen left, there's DNMK with 2 games, and there's White Rabbit Gaming WRG. So, looking at the stats and the points,
Yeah.
seems like if anything is possible, it'll probably be Sinister that maybe Gentlemen might be able to cross, right? If
Yeah, provided if they
Gentlemen-
win their
right,
matches, they just have that one game to play, and I would love to see what really happens in this particular
Yep.
game. But talking about today, how things went off, it was quite an interesting swap, and till then the damage had already been done. So I really
Right.
thought that maybe Energy Esports might just back that pistol round in the second half and then carry forward with the momentum, but that did not really happen. And there was a moment when the scores were tied up.
Right.
Sorry, when the scores kind of went for 15, and they just needed one round, Team ATK. But after that, Energy kind of got those few rounds over there, but that was just about it. And they did not really get that momentum to carry forward. Because today, right early in the morning, I did see a very good comeback, but this one was certainly not the case over here.
Certainly not the case, but indeed, I mean, throughout though, Energy Esports has had a wonderful run, and again, I mean, that's just that one loss that they've taken, right? So
Yeah.
it's absolutely fair and square, and indeed, when it comes to the momentum-based game, since get-go, we know ATK does not want to stop. I mean, once they start steamrolling, they are going to be dominating, and well, with that, of course, they've got the skill to do so, and of course, that is the reason why they're on top of the leaderboard as of now in week 9, day number 2. And with that, we also do reach the end of our stream for the day. We'll of course be back next weekend, where indeed there are a few more matches remaining, but until then, I'm your host Blotto, joined in with Fixes, saying sayonara, take care, stay awesome.